Well, Boz, firstly, how did the team reflect on last weekend's victory against Billericay?
Yeah, I think we can look back and see a lot of positives from it. Obviously, we had a lot of youngsters come through and play either their debut or get their first start, which was really positive. And the fact that we were able to be quite resilient and come back twice from being 1-0 down then 2-1 down is really positive. But obviously, I think there was a few bits that we can look back and say they probably need to be better, a bit tidier. So I think we've gone into training this week and we're really pleased with the work we've been putting in.
Once again, another great show of character and resilience from the group last weekend. Is that something you lot are all priding yourselves on this season?
Yeah, definitely. I think we can kind of look back at other seasons previously with quite a young squad and kind of know that we might not have had that kind of resilience, and maybe in games where it's got a bit tough we haven't really had the fight to come back and then maybe go on and win the game. So I think that's definitely something we're looking this year to do with maybe some more senior players now coming into the squad. I think it's definitely something we want to be able to do and kind of maybe go 1-0 down and know that we aren't out of the game, that we can come back and go ahead and win.
You mentioned the young players, Boz. As one of the senior figures within the squad now, how proud of you of them for their performances at the weekend?
Yeah, no, they were great, and I think our club's known for bringing through young talent, and I think it's great to see that's still happening. Obviously, Leah and Evie at the back were solid, and I think Abby and Erin had a great game as well, putting a lot of cross into the box and being a real attacking threat. So I'm really pleased for them all. I hope that kind of thing continues, bringing through youngsters, and it's just a real positive thing.
You were rested for the game. Are you good to go this weekend?
Yeah, all good to go. It was a bit of a quad thing I've been carrying through pre-season, and it was a bit of a shame that it had to end up going into the start of the season. It was okay for Cardiff, and then it kind of came back a little bit. So I think it being a League Cup, it was a good opportunity for me to just kind of rest, and I've been in training fully this week, and I'm feeling ready to go.
In the last couple of hours, you've got a new teammate join you. Lena Gunning-Williams has arrived from Spurs. What are your thoughts on her and what she can bring to the team?
I think it's a great signing. Lena's young, full of talent, obviously just signed a pro at Tottenham, and I think it's a real great signing for us. I think it's probably an area of the pitch where we're short of players this season. We've had O'Brien out, we've had a few players leave, and I think it was important that we brought in a real attacking, creative, and just a great player. And I think I've seen her train tonight, and she looks really good. So I think we're all really pleased with that, and hopefully she'll be able to come in on Sunday and do a really good job for us.
Big week ahead, Boz. 3 games in 7 days. Just how challenging is that going to be?
Yeah, I think obviously it's going to be quite physically demanding, but we've had a really good pre-season. We've played a lot of games, and I think we're all ready to go for kind of weeks like this where we're going to be playing Wednesday, Sunday. So yeah, I think we're all prepared. We're going to make sure obviously we recover really well from Sunday, and yeah, I think we're all ready to go.
What are your thoughts heading into this one against Plymouth then, Boz?
I think it's a game where obviously we've played Plymouth 4 times now over the last 2 years or so. We know what they're like, and I think it's a game that we can't underestimate, and we'll go in obviously looking for the win, and I think last season we learnt how important goal difference is, and I think this could be one of the games that we look at and go, we need to really kind of go for goals this game, and hopefully we can do that. But obviously, like I say, never underestimating, and the most important thing is going for the win.
Difficult start for them at home to Billericay on the opening day, but a good response last week in the Devon derby against Exeter.
Yeah, I think, like I say, we can't underestimate any team. We can't look at their result against Billericay and say it could be a bit of a walkover. So I think we're going to go and prepare how we would for any game. And like you say, their result against Exeter was really good for them, so they might be coming into our game with full of confidence. So I think, yeah, like I say, we've got to prepare how we would for any other game, and yeah, hopefully we can turn up Sunday and get 3 points. Just
finally, Boz, I mentioned for the fans an incredible atmosphere at the AGL Arena last week for our first home game of the season, and I'm sure they're looking forward to the first league game at home this season.
Yeah, exactly. I think one of our aims this season is just to get as many people coming to our games as possible. I think the game's growing, and we can see that from the people that turn up at our games, and yeah, I think we're just going to build over the season, and hopefully people want to come down to Felixstowe to watch our first home league fixture.